trust. You do me jetty now. I'm only for a local. And if you like bygones, the bygones. Come about me, you lock up. You do me jetty.
In your face, all over the place.
This is High Power 102.7 FM.
The pride of the people.
Problem in all the feeling, just to look. We can try to enjoy you. Bala in all the feeling, show. We can try to enjoy you. Sekata kata uru not the finish. We can try to enjoy you. Problem in all the finish. So we can try to enjoy you. We could dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. We could dance like Luala, yeah, Luala. We could dance like Luala.
Yes, very beautiful afternoon, and of course, welcome to another edition of Real Talks with Floxy on your darling station, iPower 102.7 FM. On the program, you know I will do what we know how to do best, which is actually bringing to your listening pleasure a real life story of a person who has shared their story with us and asking for our 2 cents as regards the story. And need I remind you that on the program, everything we do is unbiased. Yes, so you bring your story and we find it that you are at fault. We give you our 2 cents. We find that you're justified. We still give you our 2 cents on the program. My name is Florence Ibarra. My friends call me Floxy. And on the program today is
Inioluwa Adekoya. I'm glad to be back on Real Talks with Floxy.
Thank you very much, Ini, for coming on the program as always. Yes, we'll go straight to what we have for today because we will try to utilize the time very well. Ini, over to you.
Yes, the story for today goes thus. My wedding was supposed to take place March this year. However, in November, my father-in-law passed away and his funeral was held in December, just 3 weeks after his death. I genuinely wanted to attend the funeral and I was unable to secure a leave from my employer. The notice was too short. When I accepted the job, it was clearly stated that leave would not be granted during the December and Easter period due to operational demands. And despite explaining my situation and making every effort I could, my request was denied. I informed my fiancé, and at first he seemed to understand, and I supported him financially for the funeral. But everything changed when my mother-in-law called me. She told me that if truly I wanted to be part of their family, I had to be present at her husband's funeral. I respectfully explained my circumstances, but before I could finish, she hung up the phone. I immediately called my fiancé, but instead of supporting me, he asked, if it were my father, wouldn't you find a way to attend? I replied that the situation was different because if it were my father, my employer might be willing to make an exception. That was when he said the words that changed everything. He said, no presents, no wedding. And at first I thought he was speaking out of grief and anger. I never imagined he meant it. Unfortunately, he did, and the wedding was called off. My family attempted to intervene, but every effort was shut down. Eventually, my father advised me to accept the loss and move on with my life. It was one of the hardest things I have ever had to do, but with time, I began to heal and accept that the relationship was over. Then, on the 20th of May, my ex-fiancé called and his words shocked me. He said he had expected better from me as a future wife. According to him, a good wife would have continued begging his family until they accepted our apology. He then informed me that he had thought about everything and decided to forgive me and was ready to move forward with the wedding. He went on to say he had already fixed a new wedding date for August and that we needed to begin preparations immediately. I was stunned because what is this one saying? I'm loved at Tomo. Then without hesitation, I told him I was no longer interested and I was done with the relationship. His response was even more shocking and I had myself to blame. In his words directly, he said he was not done and I had no right to say I was done. I ended the call and blocked him, but instead of him to accept, he went to my father's house. My father called me shortly afterwards and informed me that my ex-fiancé had arrived at our family home with bride price and items for the marriage list he previously rejected in front of everyone present. Since then, he has continued to visit my family repeatedly. His mother has also continued to call and disturb me despite lack of interest in any further communication. At this point, I am beginning to feel that there is something deeper behind their persistence. What concerns me most is the belief that after ending our wedding months later, he could simply decide to forgive me, choose a new wedding date, and expect me to fall back in line as though my feelings, choices and consent did not matter. I am now considering taking legal actions because constant visits, calls and refusals to accept my decisions are becoming increasingly troubling. I would appreciate any advice. Thank you.
Yes, for those just joining, the program is Real Talks with Floxy, and of course we have Inni and Floxy in the studios. The story just read in summary, it's about a lady who said she was scheduled to get married by March this year, but unfortunately her husband's father died in December, the previous year before the March of their wedding. So just like that, she couldn't take a leave off work to attend the funeral, but she supported the fiancé financially and every otherwise, but not present. So at first the man understood until when the mother-in-law called and was, angry. Then she called a man, hoping that he would, since they were on the same page, he would be able to talk to the mom. But unfortunately, he gave an ultimatum, which read that if she was not going to come for the funeral, then there would be no wedding. So just like that, he cancelled the wedding by December, right? So which was supposed to hold on March or in March. So just like that, and she said her family tried begging the man. She tried talking to him, father, mother, everybody was trying to beg on her behalf, but he said no. So just from the blues or out of the blues, sometime in May, he came back, and just like that, he said he expected better from her, and he felt as a good wife, or in quote, she was supposed to keep begging consistently, like repeatedly, every time begging till the family will now consider her and accept her back. But he was disappointed that she didn't beg. But anyways, he has forgiven her, and automatically he has rescheduled another wedding date, which will happen in August. So they should start planning almost immediately. So she said she was astonished, and she was like, they love me at home, so where is this coming from? I am no longer interested. But she said after that call, they've been so persistent, calling everybody, returning back the bride price, because when the wedding was initially called off, they returned the bride price back. So now the guy brought it back again. So now she says she has been trying to, let everybody be on their lane, maintaining a stand that she's no longer interested. But the full force with which they are coming is now making us see it from a different angle, which is as though there is something hidden they are not seeing. So yes, she's asking for advice what she should do, because for her, she's done. Because the guy calling up the wedding, and maybe 7 months after, he just comes from nowhere and wants to fire down with a plan, as though she has no face to line. Good. So she's asking for what we think, and whether or not she's overdoing anything she's doing at this time. Yes, the studio line is 08165524699. You can also drop your message and also drop your message on WhatsApp because we have the number on WhatsApp. So if you deem it fit to drop a message via WhatsApp, we will read out your message. And if you want to drop an SMS for us, it's 08165524699. We have our first caller already. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, what's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, this is Ben Rowe from Memory.
Good afternoon, Mr. Barrow.
My advice, that lady,
Okay, sir.
when you are looking for people who are too difficult to advise, is the lady. Yes. Yes, it's like, is it our dad here? Though I'm not from here, but I heard the language, I understand.
Okay.
He would say that, you ever for the Mara women for what the time work. Yes, now, but I thank God for this lady, very resolute and determined. And my advice is this: if you have that boy and tell him just according to the Bible, it says talk it your just speak a word. Why that guy refused in the first place? That because you did not attend my mother-in-law, this I think burial.
His father's burial.
Yeah, thank you. That everything will be end. Everything will end. Because, for example, now, as soon as this lady speaks or anything, will you force him to come to the area? Love is all about tolerance. So if anybody is not tolerant or consider you, so then that such friendship is not of marriage, is not worth of even continue or living. So my own is that if that guy tells him exactly what happened, why do you take such a decision? Because if not, something will still happen in the future. And then because the mother-in-law was aware and they all refused, and after 6 months now is coming back. So I will not ask him not to return, but unless he knew exactly what happened in the first place, so that as he would continue with that guy, he will know exactly how to guide himself. I mean herself. That's what I want to say.
Thank you very much.
If he refused to answer question or the guy refused to tell him, yeah, in fact, I just pray she will not regret. Thank you.
No, she is not really willing to go back. But she since we are in a society where people perceive marriage as being sacred, and maybe she should not just go to the extent she's going now. That is what she wants to clarify.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I know. That is she's concerned now about that guy attitude.
Yes.
That paratension in future, something will still arise.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you ask that guy what happened exactly, why do you take such a decision?
Okay.
Don't you have a forgiving spirit? Can I forget? Yes, you can offend me. I can offend you. We're a man. We're a woman. We're not perfect. So if that guy did not have any tangible thing to say, I will advise the lady to stay away.
Okay.
But if you tell him exactly what happened and has promised not to repeat such things, then she should pray too. That's another one. I mean the greatest one. If you go out to her kneel and pray, God Almighty will lead him. I remember there is my sister sometimes ago in Aduekiti, she wanted to marry, and that brother was in the same church together. And that sister always told me that, I don't know that, but I know little about this brother. Anytime I say I know little about this brother. Now one day that sister begin to pray that God should reveal this brother to me. So one day the sister entered just is going along in Aduekiti. And the motor, she sat down, we will travel along. And now let that brother, because that brother was the driver. And that motor just horns, just passed by. And somebody just said that sister, look at this brother that is just passing by, that he has already 3 children at home.
Wow.
He mentioned her name. Yes, he mentioned her name to that sister. He explained where he lives in Aduekiti, everything, and the name of his wife, and that sister later went ahead and investigated. And this is exactly the truth. So she should pray. God Almighty will reveal everything to him.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Barrow, for your contribution. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I think Mr. Barrow has said almost everything that needs to be said. Because, one thing about real talks is, so long it's coming from the male counterparts or the male gender, I'm always satisfied because they tend to see things from an unbiased point of view, and they're not always trying to sugarcoat because he's a man or because he's our gender. Let's just try to. So thank you very much for your contribution.
Problem in the finish. So make you try to enjoy.
So like I said, if you want to drop a message for us, it's 08165524699. You can still put a call across asking or telling us what you think she should do. You can also drop us a message on WhatsApp. It's 08165524699.
Make you try to enjoy. The finish. Make you try to enjoy. Kata uru not the finish. Make you try to enjoy. Problem in the finish. So make you try to enjoy. Dance like
Okay, I want us to break down all of this from the very beginning. Because when you were taking us through the story, it began from with them having an understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, death is inevitable.
Yeah,
they had planned the wedding before the death happened. And she called a man and he was understanding. Oh, you have work. And upon resumption to that workplace, they already gave you their own rules, which we are aware.
Obviously.
So the man was on the same page with this lady. But things only flipped when the mother-in-law called and was saying, if it were to be your father, would you give the same excuse that your work is not allowing you to come? Now, and she said, if it were to be my father, I think my organization would understand.
Yeah, they want to allow.
And March is Easter season, the festival and everything. So now she could not come.
Obviously.
Was that enough reason for him to call off an already planned? Because it was less than 4 months.
I think it's pretty obvious from the start that this guy is someone who listens. I would not say listen. Who does he have a mind of his own? Now, from the beginning, okay, you have explained that, okay, babe, I can't come on. You know how my work situation is. And I even assisted financially. Okay, babe, this is what I can do. Take this and this and that and this. And you agreed. But all of a sudden, your mother called. Now, common sense will be him explaining the situation in a way it benefits her to his mother. In a way she would understand that she did not intentionally not want to come, but something is holding her back. That is the first place she would have noticed that, this one, no. Now, after that, she called him and he was like, he made a statement. He said, if it were your own father, would you not come? And he said, no wedding. And he stood by it. And he turned dead. He didn't care about your feelings then. He didn't care if you were involved. He didn't care if you had put too much in the whatever preparation you had made. He didn't care if your heart was involved. He just didn't care. And the parents, your own parents, even went ahead to at least create a middle ground, at least beg and do this. He did not care. And now he came back and he believes that he can just control, they can just navigate your life the way they want to, and you just fall in line. You came back, you are saying you have set a date as what? You have set a date. The date is August. You should make preparations as what? He forgot that, okay, in the place he left her, was she supposed to stand still and not move forward? So you came and you expect that, okay, you set the date and she's saying, okay, fine, bro, I have moved on. To some certain extent, if he even respected her, he would not even come back, because it doesn't make any normal sense for him to say, okay, I'm not doing it again, and come and say, babe, next week, I have set a date. Oh God, can you come and prepare? Is that wedding? Is that how they do now? Because I don't understand. Now, aside that, now she says, okay, bro, I can't do that. I am loved that more. I have moved on. Now, the third red flag, and the most heavy red flag, is the fact that he now went to her house with the bride price. And he went with the bride price and he went to present the bride price as if nothing had happened.
Is that the level of gaslighting?
Like I'm trying to understand, but it's not making any sense.
Because he said that you can't be done because I'm not done.
Because I'm not done.
Okay, now in all of this, at times when you do wrong and someone feels offended, the person who feels offended might end up being the villain if they don't manage the situation very well.
Yeah, sensitive.
From beginning, he would have just been the victim. If he had managed it well, and the girl would be
being
indebted,
somebody that
being
would,
sorry, but he just took power. He took everything into his hands and felt, the man is the so I think that was what happened. Plus, he had this so much guts and temerity because you cancelled on someone just like that.
You came back.
Not only coming back, you wanted everything to go back
your way.
Nothing happened, and you even said you had forgiven her.
I'm forgiving you.
Forgiving her for
what
disgracing her,
exactly?
Forgiving her for making her feel like she's not important. Forgiving her for feeling that it's not enough big deal to actually end a wedding.
I just feel the whole situation just shows that the guy is probably not normal, and she should get maybe a restraining order or something.
That is one of the things she's actually asking for now, because she feels they're coming back is as though they have something planned.
Yeah.
I think I read all of the comments and I saw that they say maybe they've gone to check it and they understand that maybe their stars work together. All this, spiritual stuff. Okay, let's maybe take one or two comments and let's before calling it a day on the program.
Okay, we've got this one coming from Maka's bride, and she says, "Hey there, please and please let your no remain a no. He and his family were too quick to quit on you, and they are controlling. It is a bad sign. For the stalking, get a restraining order. Most importantly, please pray and pray well. Your parents should also stand well for you physically and spiritually. I wish you the best out of all this."
I think Mr. Guerrero said the same thing, that prayer is the master key.
It is essential.
And at this point, you should actually pray, and still keep praying and still pray.
So we have another one coming from Safe, and he says, "Don't go back, please, auntie, please." Even begging her that she should not go. Yes, we've got this one coming from Wholesale Scarf in Ilori, and she says, "Don't agree, so many situations waiting for you in future if you marry into that family."
Try to enjoy you, but I know the finish. Make you try to enjoy you. Sikata kata uru not the finish. Make you try to enjoy you.
Yes, sir. The program is still Real Talks with Floxy on your number one dial, iPower 102.7 FM. And of course, we're taking comments as regards to the story read today. We'll take one or two comments before we wrap up on the program this beautiful afternoon.
Yes, we've got this one coming from the Creative Piece. She says, "No apology. Talk more of sincere apology. Instead, I have fixed a new wedding date in August. You have no right to say you are done." Yes, that is on the Creative Piece. And yes, we've got...
not true. He was not even sorry for standing you up, for giving you for anything.
Very authoritative.
Let us see, mention.
They accept nonsense. Like, we've got this one from Chibu Roma lifestyle creator. She says, "You just dodged a bullet, CC. Don't go back."
I think that's how far we can go today, taking comments. And truthfully, we cannot overemphasize everything we've been saying and we have said already. Yes, you dodged the bullet,
you did,
and he's not even sorry. There's no sincere apology. There's not even an apology at all. Instead, he forgive you.
He forgive.
So that's saying enough already.
Yeah.
And the ball is in your court, because marriage is deeper than just surface shiny.
Level.
So please, I would want you to hold God dearly. Pray your way through and still pray your way even after now. And yes, for those that want to send me their stories, you can reach me personally on 09030217785. 09030217785. Our time is fast spent already, and we're about to call it a day on the program in your pattern short.
Yes, and like Floxy has said, I would advise you to pray, and I would also advise you to get that restraining order. Yes, and I am Iniolua Adekoya, and I'm glad that I was on the program Real Talks this afternoon. It has been a blast.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Annie, for joining. And of course, my name is Florence E. Barima. Until we come your way again, same time, same station. As always, love yourself. Be your priority and keep staying sane. We love you from here. Bye for now. Good afternoon.
You try to enjoy you. Problem in the finish. So you try to enjoy. We could dance like oh,